Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back with another video. Just wanted to do my picks and predictions for this week. Honestly, I would have gotten the Ravens and Buccaneers one wrong. I thought that for sure the Buccaneers would rally around Tom Brady when he needs it most and get the win. But the Ravens were just too much offensively, and you can see Brady needs help on the offensive line. And receiver-wise, but even as receivers when they're healthy, they're dropping balls. Mike Evans and Julio Jones. Julio Jones had a chance to make a play at that near the end of that game for them to go up and tie it, and he dropped the ball. Not tie it, I'm sorry. To get closer. But anyway, starting out this week, Broncos at Jaguars in London, 9:30 a.m. Looking forward to this game because I want to see Russell Wilson succeed, and I want to see the Jaguars win games. One of them is going to happen. So, in this contest, it feels like the Jaguars are finding ways to lose games every week. I think they win this one. I think this is actually a close game. I'm thinking like a 13-21, 14-23 type game. I'm going to say 17-23 is my final score prediction. I think the Jaguars pull it through and are then 3-5 and one game out of the division. So, yeah, I've been picking the Jaguars to beat the Broncos in London. Then we got the Falcons at Panthers for the division lead. The Panthers defense is so good, and I think it might be enough to get them through this week, because if PJ Walker can play as good as he did last week, I think the Panthers can win this game. The Falcons are a solid team. Their offense is one of the best at running the ball, but also one of the worst at passing it. When you're going up against the Panthers, that defense, especially the front seven, is really good, and I think they're going to have a tough time. So I'm picking the Panthers to win this one, and they'll be in sole possession of first place in the NFC South. What was it, 2-3 weeks after firing their head coach? Crazy. Bears at Cowboys. Cowboys are going to win this, and I like Justin Fields, but all the talk about him taking the next step and looking like a franchise quarterback is going to be shut down this week when the Cowboys go and destroy him. His running around, while I do support it, and I think Justin Fields will be good, but people saying he's now using his legs, they're going to use his legs more, he's going to be a weapon. He's not going to be able to do that this week. Micah Parsons is going to take his head off if he does. So, pick the Cowboys to win, but I'm proud of how the Bears have been doing, and I hope Justin Fields succeeds. Dolphins at Lions. Lions' offense is so inconsistent. The beginning of the year, they were on fire, then it seems like teams caught up with them. Dolphins are a good team. No surprise here, I'm going with the Dolphins. Lions' defense has just been bad all year. Dolphins' offense, when Tua is healthy, has been one of the best in the league. So I'm picking the Dolphins. Cardinals versus Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings. There's a lot of trash talk going around Kyler Murray right now, and I was not a huge fan of him coming out after his second year in the league. People were like, people I know personally were like, "Oh, looks like you're wrong about that one," or "Kyler Murray looks really good," and I was just like, I was prepared to eat crow. I was about like, fine, yeah, he's playing well. He's not staring down receivers as much as I thought he would, but then you see it now, like, people coming out saying he can't read defenses, all that stuff. I don't know if it's that drastic. I don't know how you're a quarterback in the NFL and can't read a defense, especially at 5'8". But anyway, I'm picking the Vikings. Long story short, do we realize Vikings are 5-1? They're actually like a really good team. One of my first videos was about the Vikings and the Raiders. Raiders haven't really lived up to it so far, but the Vikings have. They're 5-1, only lost to the best team in the league in Philadelphia. This is a good team. They barely squeaked it out against bad teams, but still, they won. And now we got the Raiders versus Saints. I'm picking the Raiders to win this. Saints do look better with Andy Dalton at the helm. I'm glad they made the full-time switch because it wasn't working with Jameis Winston. Jameis has all the talent in the world, but has never been able to put it together. Andy Dalton is just a consistent starter. I think he's the modern-day Ryan Fitzpatrick. He'll have times where he looks like a starting quarterback, and then he'll have times where it's like, that's why he's a backup. So I'm picking the Raiders to win this one. I think they start to get things going, and they might make the playoffs. I think they make a late-season surge. Patriots at Jets. I'm going with this is such a trap game. I'm going with the Patriots. Screw it. I mean, the Jets, I'm looking forward to seeing James Robinson in green after what Jacksonville did to him. But the Patriots, yes, everyone's going to be down on them, hating on them because of what they went through against the Bears, who are definitely a worse team than the Jets. Jets have a good defense, a good running game, although it's going to be adjusted without Breece Hall. And I don't know. I just feel like Bill Belichick is going to come out from last week like swinging, and he's going to really shut down that Jets offense, especially Zach Wilson. I think Patriots win this one. It's just a classic Belichick bounce-back game. Steelers at Eagles. This is a trap game for the Eagles, one that I could see just for some reason the Steelers somehow pull the upset. That's not what I think will happen, though. I'm picking the Eagles to win this one. Steelers' offense is just abysmal most of the time. Also, can we talk about Chase Claypool? Like, the dude, when he plays and is giving his all and has good quarterback play, which has been, very brief time. Not even really a brief time, because he had a washed-up Ben Roethlisberger, but he's played exceptionally well, and now they're asking for a second-round pick for him. For me, that's a steal. Maybe not a steal, but that's a big opportunity. If you can go out and get him, go get him. Second-round pick, that's better than it might be better than the second-round pick you use the next year. But anyway, I'm picking the Eagles to win this one and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen Hurts is looking good. Eagles' offense is looking good. Defense is looking good. It's all looking good for the Eagles, which kind of triggers in me something's going to happen. Might be an injury, might be I don't know. I feel like some people are going to start to figure them out. Maybe it's this week, but there's something off about them. They're almost too perfect. Titans at Texans. I'm excited to see Malik Willis make his first start, and it'll be against a team that you'd want him to make his first start against, the Texans. Now they're playing the Texans. Lovie Smith is their head coach, plays a ton of Tampa too. So this should be an easy game for Malik Willis to start in. Just kind of keep on dinking and dunking. Don't go for the home run ball. Do some read option. I'm looking forward to seeing that with Derrick Henry. I feel like Derrick Henry is much better in a single back formation than shotgun, but regardless, I'm excited to see how Malik Willis looks in this offense. I think the Titans do win this game. But, I'm picking the Titans. Commanders at Colts. Revenge game for Carson Wentz. But he's not playing. It's Taylor Heineke. And I like Taylor Heineke. It seems like the Commanders team as a whole likes him too. And I'm picking them to win this one. Sam Ehlinger is not a franchise quarterback, in my opinion, from what I've seen. He has that kind of it factor that everyone loves him for. But when I watched him in college, his mechanics weren't great. He just seemed like he had to use his legs a lot, and that's where his big plays came from. But in the NFL, you got to win from the pocket, and I don't see him doing that. So I'm picking the Commanders to win this game. 49ers against the Rams. I'm picking the 49ers. You know what? No, I'm picking the Rams. I think this is a bounce-back game for them. They've been having a rough year. 49ers too, though. But this is a game that the Rams kind of need to win in order to have a chance at securing their division right now, because the Seahawks are looking mighty good. But I'm picking the Rams. Speaking of the Seahawks, Giants at Seahawks. And the Seahawks, I really don't know what happened with Geno Smith, because this dude is one of the best QBs in the league right now. I don't know why. He looks like the West Virginia Geno Smith that we were promised, and he's lighting the league on fire. And it's not like they're all easy throws. He is making insane plays that a backup should not be making. But with all that being said, I'm picking the Seahawks. I think that they're an actual solid team. Go figure. Giants are a good team too. They beat the Jaguars last week, but they've been too close in all their games, and I think it's going to catch up to them. I think they lose this one to the Seahawks, which isn't... I don't think this should be considered an easy game for the Giants or the Seahawks, but I just think the Seahawks come out with a win on top. Also, Daniel Jones has been playing actually pretty well this season. I think he started out just kind of managing and not turning it over and just letting Saquon take the load. And he's kind of morphed into when he needs to make a play, he will. He's got a lot more confident, and you can see it when he plays. Packers at Bills. Picking the Bills to win this one. Obviously, I mean, the Packers just are really bad right now. Their receivers are not good. Aaron doesn't trust any of them. I don't really blame him, but you got to. Like, you're gonna live and die with them right now. You're not gonna get any better unless you make a trade at the deadline, which they should. Watch my other video for that. Go out there, trade a first for Michael Thomas or something, but trade a second for Chase Claypool. Like, that'd be amazing. I don't know why they wouldn't do that, but they don't give him weapons. Anyway, the Bills are just too good. I don't think I have to say much about this. Bengals at Browns. This is I think this is actually a good game. I think the Browns defense is playing really well, and it's going to be tough for the Bengals offense, which exploded last week on a bad Atlanta defense, to do the same against a solid Browns defense. The only thing is, Bengals defense is no slouch either. They're actually a consistent defense. I like how Colin Cowherd said it, and Joe Burrow even agreed with him. You have a good defense, but not many people really acknowledge that because there's really no star power on it. I mean, there's Jesse Bates, but there's also Logan Wilson and Mike Hilton, but those guys aren't talked about as much as premier in the league, but that defense overall is solid, and I think that that's enough to kind of level it out, and the Bengals offense is ultimately better than the Browns, and I think that they win this game, so I'm picking the Bengals there. So, yep, those are my picks for the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.